this is Beth Castellini with Lizzie Stamps. Today I wanted to show you one of our new kits that are being offered in the kit collection. Every month, Stampin' Up comes out with 2 new all-inclusive kits collections. And this one that came out in June is beautiful. And it's called the Expressions and Kindness Kit. So when you receive your box, you have all of the ingredients as well as the color instructions on how to make this. So today, we're going to make 1 of each card, but you get to make 4 of this design and 4 of this design, and then you've got envelopes that work with either card. So let's see what's inside. The first thing you're going to get is your stamp set. And this is wishing you a happiest of birthdays, just a note, and kindly delivered to, which you can stamp on the front. And then you have this nice background design as well as the flower image. I love the script in this. And with the stamp set, you receive an acrylic block, which is easy to use. And this has the Stampin' Up logo on it, so you can keep it for future use. And it will work great with any of the stamps. Then you also receive some glue dots, and you also receive some dimensionals. The next thing you get is a spool of our cotton twill ribbon. I love the, so pretty. You can color this ribbon if you want to. So you don't have to have any of the colors of ribbon. You can color your own if you'd like. Also, you get a sample of our Blackberry Bliss ink. This is our stamping spot. So if you don't have the large stamp, classic stamp, then you can use the stamping spot. It's great, and it has a nice plastic cover, so it will keep it dry, it will not dry out. So also you get these beautiful glitter sequence gems, and they have glue on the back of them, and you get 2 different sizes. You have a laser cut image of the leaves. If you don't want to use the gold, you can use the other side if you'd like, or you can color it in the color that you desire. You can also see that there are laser cut with gold leafing labels with the watercolor backing. You get 5 of each, so in case you make a mistake, but you will need 4 for each card. You also get 2 laser cut sheets of the flowered image. And here are the envelopes. Look how beautiful. I love the watercolor effect. And notice on the back, there's the image again, and also it continues on this as well. The colors are just absolutely stunning in this kit. And here are the 4 of 1 of the card front designs. Again, it continues front and back. I love that. So you can have it go this way or this way. You can follow the directions as is, or you can create and make them your own. And here's another set of the 4 of just the nice watercolor wash. So, okay. So let's look at the instructions, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to look at the back. Here it lays out everything that you receive in this card kit. You also receive the colors that are in this, so they're coordinating. Blackberry, Bliss, Lagoon, Mossy, Meadow, Petunia, Pop, Wild Wheat, and Gold. You also can get a QR code, so if you are a beginner and not knowing how to stamp, this is a great video that will show you how to do it. And also, this one shows you detailed instructions for this kit when you scan this code. So you can follow the instructions by video, or you can use the color-coded instructional sheet. I love that Stampin' Up does this, and it lays everything out for you for each card. So here's card 1, and here is for the card 2. You also will receive in this kit, it gives you detailed for each card, what ingredients you need for each card that you will be making, which is so nice. And it gives it to you. So you have the card front here, you have this label, you need 5 of the gems. It tells you what stamps you'll be using. These are for the dimensionals, and then it tells you the ribbon. And then the same thing for this card. It tells you what card fronts, it tells you what embellishments you need, it tells you the laser cut images you need, the label, the ribbon, and what stamps that you will be using to stamp. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So the first card, we need to get this card front and this label. So I'm going to go ahead and get this label out for this card. Then I need this card front. There you go. And then I'm going to need the white ribbon. I know I'm going to keep my embellishments right here and the ribbon. And then we know which stamps that we're going to be using for the stamp set. Okay, so here we have our acrylic block. So let's go ahead and get to the instructions. Here we go. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take this background image, and this is how I prep my new stamp sets when I get them out. What's nice is this shows you exactly where to lay the stamp back. You have your image right here. The flat back is going to go on the acrylic block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm just going to lay it down. I don't really need to line this up. And then I'm just going to have the flat part down. So the flat part will be attached to the block. So I'm just going to push the block down, and there it is. The one thing I like to do is during production, they do have a little bit of a film. So I have an old sanding block. You can just take a number 2 sand sheet to just rough it up a little bit. I just like to take off the film so I know that it's ready to go, and I will get the ink that will get onto it very nicely. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my block, my stamping spot. I'm going to open it up on the sides for easy opening. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we're ready to go. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this over, and I'm going to lay it just like this and stamp all around. I'm not pushing too hard, but I'm getting nice coverage. Okay, so the first thing that it wants me to do is it wants me to stamp 2 times. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp once down here, and then I'm going to go ahead and re-ink it again and stamp it one more time right over it. I'm actually going to turn this around and do it this way. Okay, there you go. Now, the one thing it does not come with is it doesn't come with something to clean. You can use a baby wipe, or we have our Simply Chamois right here, and I'm just going to rub it off. It will leave a little bit of the Blackberry Bliss ink on there, but it's just going to stain a little bit, but it will not be on future images. So it's okay. It's clean, but it still has a little bit of the residue, but that's okay. That's what our clear photopolymer stamps tend to do, that with the darker inks. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and take this off and put this back exactly where it was before. And then now I'm going to take my floral image. Here we go. And again, I'm going to go ahead and prep it because it's brand new. And now what it's telling me to do is I'm going to stamp the floral image, if you see, over the other floral images on the card front. So again, I find it easier when I'm using the stamping spots just to go ahead and stamp it like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp over that. It's okay if it's off a little bit. The watercolor effect just gives it, you don't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to do one right here. And then I'm going to do one more right at the edge. I'm going to go ahead and get some scrap paper because I'm going to be stamping off the edge just a little bit. Okay. There you go. Perfect. So those three, that's great. Then the next thing we're going to do next is we're going to get the happy birthday and we're going to stamp it onto our label. So let's move our card off to the side. We're going to put this back and we're going to get our happiest birthday. Now this one I do want to line up. So when I'm lining it up, I have this grid paper right here. And I'm going to just take the happiest part and I am going to lay it down along the line so I know that it's straight. And again, I want to print this one again because I haven't used it yet. And it's okay if you get some ink on you. That's all part of it. I love getting inked up with ink. I know that I'm being creative. Okay. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to move this out of the way so you can see. And it is showing me, just to make sure I have it correct, I'm going to stamp it just like this. And I'm going to push down and lift up. There you go. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Okay, so that is all except for one more thing, and it says to stamp, if you notice, on the envelope. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Here we go. Kindly deliver to. I love that. So people will know it's a handmade card. And we're going to go ahead and stamp kindly delivered to on the front of the envelope. Okay, so the recipient will know that it's a handmade card. Oh, I just think that's so pretty. And that's good that you can use that up for any card. I really like that. What's nice is these stamp sets you can keep and use for further use. If you want, you can also get extra of the cards and envelopes, so you can continue to make as many of these cards as you want to. Okay, so we finished all of our stamping. Let's see what our instructions say to do next. So here you have number 4. It tells you 6 1/4 inches of the white trim. So you'll notice how beautiful this is. It's very bendable and pliable. So this says to do 6 1/2 or 6 1/4 inches. And here you'll see I've got a ruler on the card front. So I need to do 6 1/4. So I'm just going to cut from the 0 to the 6 1/4. So which is right about there. All right. And so now we're ready to continue with our card. Okay. So here it's showing you, you take it and you're going to want to press down the ribbon and then you'll add the glue dots to help it adhere. So we're going to make sure that the happiest birthdays is like this, and then we're going to make a V with the ribbon, just like this. And then I'm going to add my dimensionals. I'm just going to put my scissors right there. I'm going to take my dimensionals, and it says to use 3. I'm going to add one there, add one here, and then I'm going to add one probably right there. I might add just one more right here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is go ahead and just take off the backs. What's nice about our dimensionals is that they are sticky on both sides. Okay, so here we go, making sure that that sticks. And then we're going to add it to our card front right here. Then I'm going to cut my edges on a slant. There you go. All right, so the next thing that I'm going to want to add now are 5 of the glitter adhesive-backed gems, 2 big ones and 3 small ones, and it tells you exactly where to place them. One thing I would highly recommend, this is a great tool, our Take Your Pick tool. It comes with this pointy edge as well as a spatula flat edge that you can swap either way. And then on this end, it has some wonderful putty at the end, and this is what helps you get all those gems off very quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one off, and it says to put one right there. I'm going to take a small one and lay it right there, another small one, lay it right there, another big one, lay it right there, and a small one to lay it right here. There you go. So that card is finished. How pretty is that? I really, really love the beautiful gold leafing in this card, as well as the gold gems. On the inside, if you want to, put another of the image right there if you want to, or you can just leave it blank. But I love this. And here's the envelope that it goes with. So when I'm finished, I usually just put it in like this. Okay, so that's card number 1. How fun was that? All right, let's go to card number 2. Okay, we're going to need this card front. We're going to need a laser cut of the flower. We're going to need a label. We're also going to need one of the laser cut flowers. They come out very easily. They are delicate when you take them out. How pretty is that? And then I need one of the gold foil leaves. Okay, so there we go. We have that. We have that. And we are going to be stamping on this one, the label Just a Note. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Just a Note out. We also are going to be using the flowered image, as well as some ribbon and 5 more glitter and gems, as well as 3 dimensionals, and these are the glue dots. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to stamp. So here it's telling me to stamp the floral image on top of the laser cut flower. So let's go ahead and do that. Since we already prepped it, it's ready to go. I'm just going to put it on here. And let me get my scratch piece of paper to lay down. And let's go ahead and stamp the floral image on top. Just like that. Love that. The scrap piece helps so it doesn't get on your work surface. Let's go ahead and stamp one more on there. Oh, I just think that's so pretty. Okay, and now we are ready to do the label, or the label right here, and it says Just a Note. So again, I'm going to line that up, stamp it there. This one I'm going to prep real quick because we have not used it yet. And now we're going to stamp onto this label Just a Note. If you want to do just a note cards, like thank you cards, you can use the labels for all of them. And here I'm just going to press down, push down, lift up. There you go. So great. And then for the envelope, again, we're going to put kindly send to. And I'm going to get this envelope this time. Oh, I just love this envelope. I'm going to go ahead and line that up. Press it down. You can do all of the 4 at the same time when you're making these cards. It should not take you that long once you get into the groove of making one, and then you'll find how easy it is. It's nice to watch the video so you can see exactly what's going to happen, or I just follow the instructions. But the more that you do this, the easier it will be and the more confident you will feel. Okay, so now we've got everything stamped and now we're ready to put together. So we've done all of this, and now what we're going to do is we're going to turn over the gold leafed image, and we're going to add, it says to add 1 glue dot, okay? And that will be adhered on top of here. So another great thing about your Take Your Pick tool, I'm using the pokey tool part. I'm lifting up my glue dot. I'm just going to put one right here. And then I'm just going to lift the back off. Very simple. I only need 1. And then I'm going to layer it on top. As you can see, layer it right next to. So you still see the floral image, but you'll have it layered like this. The next thing you're going to want to do is turn over your leaf laser cut images. I'm going to add 3 glue dots. So I'm going to add one right here. I'm going to lift up one here and put it right there. And then one more on the other floral part. And then I'm just going to lift it up. You can take your scissors as well to use the glue dots, but this Take Your Pick tool is a great asset for your craft necessities. Now I'm ready to adhere it to my card front. So as you can see, we're going to layer it right here. I'm just going to press down. There we go. I do love that I'm not putting glue all around so that it's loose, so you get a 3D effect. Then, just like we did before, it's telling me to get 6 1/4 inch ribbon. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my ribbon to 6 1/4 again. And this time, so when I put it on the card, I'll already have it slanted at the edge. Okay. And then the Just a Note. So we're going to lay the Just a Note like this, and then we're going to have the ribbon go this way. Okay. And again, I'm going to adhere my, make sure I do that right. Okay, I'm going to adhere my dimensionals. One there. I want the dimensional to be on the label just a little bit so that the ribbon is adhered. So if that makes sense, make sure that it doesn't show. All right. And pull off the back, and then it's showing. We're going to add the Just a Note right just like this. Okay. Now we need to get our gems again, and we're going to adhere them to the card. So I'm going to use my Take My Pick tool. I'm going to add one right here, a small one next to it, a big one right here, another big one right there, and a small one right here. there you go. Easy peasy. That one took us no time, but look at the results. I love it. And here's the envelope that matches. So I'm going to continue to make these, but I hope that you give it a try. This should take you, especially on a rainy day. It's so easy to make these cards and your recipients will be so excited. So I really hope you enjoyed this and I hope you'll give it a try. Let me know if you would like to see more of the online exclusives. You can go to my website at lizziestamps.stampinup.net to see all of the kits collection. So hope you guys give it a try. Happy stamping.